So I found this to be rather funny, okay? So the other day I did a video because there was an article where somebody from Sony Movies was talking about how the gaming sector would actually possibly be purchasing more studios in the future. And I made a joke about acquisition season. A lot of people missed the joke that I made, like even some PlayStation fans, and I guess that's still sort of funny to me, right? Like I understand, like who uses that term? Acquisition season. It's Xbox fanboys that use that term. I was poking fun at them, and a lot of PlayStation fans kind of took it wrong as I was trying to be like them or try to. No. I was basically tongue-in-cheek making fun of the Xbox fanboys who constantly say that and are constantly more obsessed with buying studios than actually having games to play. So let's get that straightened out right away. Second of all, now Xbox fanboys are extremely pissed off and they're turning on each other due to the fact that, hey, there was some huge rumors going around for some reason that Microsoft was going to buy Take-Two or EA today or something along those lines, and it hasn't happened, and now people are turning on each other and kind of pissed off. But I think that's absolutely hilarious, and I want to get into this video because I think it's something that I've been waiting to kind of talk about for a little while now. So hopefully you guys are with me and want to get into this. What's up, everybody? It's me, Crapgamer, here with Crapgamer Reviews. Please hit the like button, share it out, let everybody know where you get your crappy information from. That's right, you get it from me. And anyway, thank you guys for rocking out with me. It does mean a lot to me. So, again, it's building from the ground up. I understand, it takes time, etc., etc. It is what it is, it's just one of those things. So, anyway, this is going to be a fun video because it's just one of those things where I always feel like a lot of Xbox fans has this weird idea that Microsoft should be buying like all of these studios, and if they don't, something bad can happen. And I don't even think they care so much about the studio. I think they look at every studio that Microsoft buys as like this huge thing and a huge win for Xbox, because it takes something away from PlayStation. The same fanboys that'll sit there day after day and tell you exclusives don't matter, and they're happy that Microsoft put all their games on PC and mobile and televisions and all that stuff, will sit there and praise and sit there and go yay when Microsoft buys a studio because it won't quote unquote come to PlayStation. That tells you where the mindset is, and I just thought this was kind of funny, even so much as the fact that Jez Gordon from Windows Central was fending off people because at the end of the day, a lot of people were suggesting that today was going to be the day, so that's a little bit strange to me and a little bit kind of funny and kind of weird to see people turn on each other. And, at the end of the day, I find that to be quite hilarious. Look, Microsoft could still make some kind of announcement this week or next week or whatever. I think that it's going to be one of those things that will probably happen at some point. They've said that they're going to buy more. But I think that people on the Xbox side have these unrealistic expectations when it comes to, like this studio thing, like it matters more than the games themselves, which is something that I've always kind of questioned. Like, how can people think that this matters more than the games themselves? Slow down a little bit, let some games start to come out, and then we'll see kind of what's up after that particular point in time. Again, this is something that I feel like a lot of Xbox fanboys are like struggling with, and more or less, here's the thing that Microsoft does if they were to buy out another big company. All the amount of third-party multiplats, probably any company that they buy from third-party wise would be contractually obligated to put their game that they're currently working on, or maybe even more than just that game, put that game, on PlayStation as well. So you would have to wait another further 4 or 5 years before you get anything from them. So it's just one of those kind of ridiculous things at this point where I'm kind of shaking my head going, what does it even matter at this point? Because, Xbox fanboys just really care more about that clout, that status symbol, than the actual games themselves. And this kind of proves it. right? Because look at Bethesda, right? Everybody was all hyping up this Bethesda stuff, and you know, to me, it's just one of those things where I think Bethesda's a fair developer to a good developer. Like for me personally, the last Bethesda game that I beat and really really enjoyed was Skyrim, back in 2013 or 12 or whatever, 2013 on Xbox 360. So for me, you know, I don't really particularly care much for what Bethesda has to offer. Like Deathloop looked okay originally, but the fact that it's like that whole loop thing and you can lose time or whatever, I don't know. You know, it just doesn't really mean much to me. You know, like Evil Within, I didn't like. You know, I haven't liked any of the other Elder Scroll games besides that one. I don't like Fallout. Doom I thought was okay, but I stopped playing it because it was, you know, good gameplay but bad story. Wolfenstein, I played the first one, never played the second one. The other one, I think the third one or the mini one or the whatever, was really bad, so I didn't even bother with it. So really, it doesn't matter one way or the other to me what happens to Bethesda. If they had put out a great game, I'll play it. You know, I have an Xbox, so it kind of is what it is. But a lot of people put too much emphasis on what they're doing, and then when you look at sort of what's going on with, you know, Microsoft lately, the studios that they bought all have these other contractual obligations, you know, for other games, even stuff like Psychonauts 2, Wasteland 3, you know, going Bethesda's offerings with Ghostwire Tokyo as well as Deathloop. Both those are 1 year timed PlayStation 5 exclusives. So you have this tremendous amount of, well, they make some cool stuff, but at the same time, these games are multi-plat, and you have to wait another 4 or 5 years before you get something from them. So, you know, I think it's a little bit kind of funny. And I also think that it's funny that, you know, the way that people kind of have reacted to the lack of this news and stuff like that. So, yeah, very interesting to me. And it's funny to see the way that people are kind of reacting, and the Xbox fans are attacking each other. And again, it is kind of clear to me that, you know, I think a majority of Xbox fans seem to care far more about the acquisition and the status symbol and that whole situation more so than the actual games, to the point where they're attacking their quote-unquote insiders over this stuff. You know, listen, when it comes to video games, that's what it's all about, the video games, right? Who gives a damn about all these acquisitions? Like, I think it's funny. Acquisition season, guys. They're going to buy Take-Two, and they're going to buy Ubisoft, and they're going to buy EA and Sega. And, you know, it's like, okay, come on now. You know what I mean? Like, let's just focus and hope that they can get something out the door like they plan, and that it's at a really high quality. That's, I think, the best thing you can hope for, right? Like, just in my personal opinion. And I got to be honest, the studio like Bethesda was a studio that could have possibly been facing some hardships soon because their games were tanking, right? I mean, they could have been getting ready to close down some doors. They could have been getting ready to, you know, have a lot of issues and stuff like that because Dishonored 2 had flopped, Evil Within 2 had flopped, you know, Fallout 76 or whatever that was had flopped. They had a lot of flops. And, you know, I think that people kind of misunderstood the significance of Microsoft buying them out, probably saved that studio. Now, when it comes to, like, other things, I know a lot of people want Microsoft to get, you know, well Sony has a Spider-Man and Wolverine. Microsoft should buy WB Games and then Batman. Here's the thing. Those studios, which I think there's the best one is probably Rocksteady, don't come with IP. That's a big problem. You know, like, so you could buy Rocksteady, but that doesn't get you the Batman IP. That's going to stick with WB. They're not going to sell the IP to Microsoft. It was not going to work that way. You know, like maybe you do something with NetherRealm or whatever, but I can imagine, like, obviously Mortal Kombat sells best on PlayStation, so you take them out of the equation, and I'm not really sure exactly what you have, but yeah. Very interesting to hear people turn on their fellow Xbox brethren over lack of acquisitions, and you know, just I thought it was a little bit odd and wanted to kind of do a video on it. What do you guys think about this, though? I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. Hey, go Ravens. How about that Chiefs, huh? Crap gamer out.